Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is going to be just a general reading for the collective of Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. We're just going to see what the current energy is and see what is going on. So we're going to go ahead and start with Divine Masculine, see what his current energy is. For Divine Masculine, Spirit, what is the current energy for Divine Masculine? Current energy for Divine Masculine. Okay, so let's pull some cards for Divine Feminine. See what's going on with Divine Feminine. What is the current energy for Divine Feminine at this time, Spirit? Okay, so for Divine Masculine, the first card that we have is the High Priestess. Second card we have is the Seven of Cups. The Knight of Cups. And the Emperor. For Divine Feminine, we have the Hanged Man. The Seven of Wands. The Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So, let's go ahead and start with Divine Masculine. So, I do feel like, you know, where Divine Masculine has been really confused, you know, Seven of Cups is about confusion. It can be about options. You know, just having a lot of things to choose from, right? But I feel like with this High Priestess, where he had been confused about all these different options, I feel like he's now starting to use his intuition. Okay, he's starting to use his intuition more in order to get unconfused, all right? And I feel like as he's using his intuition to get unconfused, now it is starting to bring him forward. The Knight of Cups. This is, wanting to move forward, with a cup of love. And then with the Emperor, this is divine masculine. So I do feel like, where this divine masculine had just really been confused and, had, options and had a lot of things to, really consider. It's like now all of a sudden his intuition is really starting to prevail. And because it's starting to prevail, now it's like he's ready to move forward to be the divine masculine that he is supposed to be with the Emperor. Okay, so rocky start, but he's, the thing about the High Priestess is the High Priestess is also, it's a 5D, it's a 5D energy. And so I feel like, this divine masculine really had to, go within and really start resonating on a 5D level. And because he's done that, now his intuition is really prevailing, like I said, and out of that is now helping us divine masculine to want to be able to move forward, move forward with this cup of love to be the divine masculine that he's supposed to be. Okay, so that's that's beautiful. So now let's go ahead and talk about divine feminine. So we do have the Hanged Man here. So divine feminines are feeling a bit stuck. Okay, followed by the Seven of Wands. This is being a little bit guarded. Okay. So even though she's stuck and she is feeling a bit guarded, we do have the Four of Pentacles here, and the Four of Pentacles is basically saying that even though she is feeling a bit stuck and a bit guarded, she is still holding on to this connection, okay, with the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Page of Cups here. This is just indicating that, this divine feminine is just really wanting to, she's really wanting to see her divine masculine. Okay, so where he's been confused and I feel like, the confusion and having a lot of, because, with the Seven of Cups, you see all these different cups and they have, different things in them, so this is, a divine masculine who was confused, but not only confused, but just had a lot coming at him, right? And so I feel like because of that, divine feminine just felt like the connection itself was a bit at a stalemate. But even though, she felt like the connection is at a stalemate, she's hoping for a change in perspective, okay? But she is still guarded, okay? She's guarded because obviously this divine masculine has kind of been hasn't been consistent, okay? He hasn't been consistent because of that. She is being a bit guarded. But even though she is being a bit guarded and she feels like things are, at a stalemate, this is how she feels, again, with the Hanged Man, things could be at a stalemate, but there's that opportunity for changing your perspective. And so she's really hoping that her divine masculine can change her perspective. And I do feel like that is exactly what's going on, because with the high priestess, I do feel like he did get some inner 5D wisdom that has now helped him to really use his intuition and to make a choice where he was confused and had all these things. It's like now he's like, okay, I know what I want. I know that before I had all these different things coming at me, but now I know what I want. I want to move forward. I want to move forward with this cup of love. I want to be able to offer you this cup of love, and I want to be able to be the divine masculine that you want me to be. So, with this Hanged Man, again, it's like she felt like things were stuck, but she had the hope for the change of perspective, which obviously is happening. Okay, but she is still a bit guarded, okay, because she's she's already been put through the ringer. Okay, 7 of Cups, she's already been through the ringer with that, so she is being a bit guarded, but that doesn't mean that she's giving up. She's still holding on, like I said. And so with this Page of Cups, this is basically just saying that she wants to be able to see her divine masculine kind of give a little. She wants to see him put forth something. Okay, the Page of Cups it can be it can be communication. It can be a phone call. It can be an opportunity to see each other, but because it is a page, it's basically the start of something where things were at a stalemate and confused. Now this is basically saying that things can start over, okay, but starting over as like a baby step, okay, but still this can be communication. This could be getting together and just kind of discussing where you guys are gonna go from here. Okay, so she just wants to be able to see her divine masculine give a little something. With this Page of Cups, it's like she's not, asking for the world. She's just asking for, she's just asking for, a little bit of effort, a little bit of effort to show that, he's still in this. Okay, she's not asking for a lot because it is a page, But on his side, it is showing that not only is he willing to give that little bit, but he's also willing to give a little more than what she's, wanting. I feel like he's going to surprise her, okay? Because now that his intuition has really given him some really good wisdom, and told, basically this wisdom has shown him where his path is leading to. So I think that she'll be really happy to know that even though she's wanting just a little bit, just a little bit effort. I think that she'll be happy to know that he's actually willing to exceed her expectations, okay, from what I'm seeing here. So let's see, let me pull a few cards here to see if we can add a little bit more to this. Spirit, what more can you add to this? What more can you add to this? Okay, so right off the bat, I am seeing exhausted. I do feel like, this is divine feminine. I do feel like, she's exhausted, I feel like, because of the stalemate and she, is being a bit guarded. Although she's not completely, let go of this connection, she's still holding on with that Four of Pentacles. She's just exhausted, with her divine masculine. Again, he wasn't really putting forth a lot of effort, okay? And I think that she was exhausted with that, okay? So we do have action. It says reconciliation, travels, and movement, okay? Which I already seen that appear with this Knight of Cups and the Emperor. I do feel like, this divine masculine, again, his intuition has basically told him that, okay, I know what it is that I want now. I know that I want to move forward. I know that I want to be the divine masculine for my divine feminine that, she wants me to be. Her expectations are not high, but I do feel like he's going to surprise her. He's going to exceed, the expectations that she does have. She just wanted to see some kind of effort, and he's actually going to exceed that, okay? So action, reconciliation, travels, and movement. So, there could be, I do feel like, where things were stuck with this hangman, that change of perspective is going to, come into play. And with that, there is going to be this, this movement now. So then we have studying. It says school, studying new things, expanding knowledge on a topic, interest in books. That could, that could go for both of them. But I do feel like, I do feel like this studying does really have to do with this divine masculine, because listen, because the High Priestess is coming out, that's wisdom, that's resonating on a 5D level. You don't get to this place without doing a little bit of studying, a little bit of researching, right? So I feel like this divine masculine, probably did do some reading and, how can I say, I feel like maybe he got some books on on twin flames, maybe some books on like law of attraction, or maybe some books of like self-healing. Okay, and I feel like he's done some studying. Okay, and that's what's helped him to really receive this wisdom, and I feel like that is what is helping him now with his intuition. He probably also has done some studying on building up your intuition and things of that nature. So I do feel like he's done some work. Okay, he's done some work, and again with this exhausted, I do feel like that's just divine feminine. She's just been a bit, she's been a bit exhausted because because she felt like things were at a stalemate. But again, I do feel like this divine masculine is going to really surprise her. Okay, I feel like he's going to surprise her with efforts that are going to exceed the expectations that she has, and I think that she's going to be pleasantly surprised to see that he has done some studying, and and the knowledge that he's received through this studying is helping him on a spiritual level, and I think that she's going to be really surprised by that. So I think that's I think that's absolutely beautiful. So let's see. I want to pull a few cards from this deck here. Spirit, what are some lessons? What are some lessons here for this divine masculine and divine feminine? What are some of the lessons that have come through this connection? Okay, so we have spirit of the wind, activity, movement, and let's see, activity, movement, and I can't see this. I think it's disruption. I think that's what this is saying. So I'm not sure why it's saying disruption, because activity and movement, which we already see here with movement, with this Knight of Cups. That's movement. That's moving forward to be. And look how he's facing towards this Emperor. It's moving forward, to become the divine masculine that that he needs to be. So when it comes to lessons, okay, so this disruption, so again, spirit of the wind, I feel like there were some disruptions in this connection. Okay, we see that very clearly with the Seven of Cups. Okay, confusion, options, and just having a lot of things that were thrown at this divine masculine. Okay, that was really disrupting this connection. But again, as lessons, because we asked, what are the lessons? So the lessons is that where there were disruptions, now there is this change, and this change is movement, forward movement, and activity. Activity is, taking that effort. Okay, activity is that studying and learning. So I feel like, this divine masculine, really understood that how this disruption was really causing this connection to be at a stalemate, causing divine feminine to be very guarded, and I believe that he understood that all these disruptions, all these things that were coming at him, was really, really causing a negative impact on the connection. And so I feel like because of that, he had to make some changes. Okay, activity. He had to make some efforts, some positive efforts. Okay, again, studying. So activity and movement, so that's confirmation, because we have action and movement here. We have that showing up 2 times. But we see that too here with the Knight of Cups, that's moving forward. So, we have 3 cards here that are basically saying that this divine masculine, he was very, he had a lot of disruptions in his life, but now he's been able to basically ground himself through, studying and knowledge, wisdom with the High Priestess. It's really helping his intuition to be able to move forward. Okay, and that's beautiful. So then we have Spirit of the Lighthouse, return, belonging, and guiding light. So that movement and activity is basically so that your divine masculine can return to where he belongs, because the light is guiding him towards you, divine feminine. So that's what the lessons are. The lessons are that there were some disruptions, but this divine masculine saw what these disruptions were, and he's making good on it. He's turning it around, changing the perspective, because he knew that it was causing, with the Hangman, he was causing us, things to just be at a stalemate, in this connection. And now he's really trying to get the wisdom and the knowledge that he needs to move forward, okay, and to return back to his divine feminine, to get rid of this chaos that the Seven of Cups brings, okay, because sometimes when you have all these things coming at you, it can be chaotic, okay, and that's where the confusion comes from. And so this is somebody who's now just starting to get grounded. He's doing some studying. He's reading some books, some self-help books, maybe some twin flames, reading books on twin flames. And these things are just really helping him to move forward, okay? And that's why we see movement 3 times. Here, here, and here. We're seeing movement. Moving where? Moving towards, being the divine masculine that he needs to be, okay, with the Emperor. So that's absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and just pull let's pull a couple of future energies. So, Spirit, future energies for this connection. Future energies for this connection. Future energies. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so I feel like, you know, first of all, let's talk about this Two of Swords. I feel like future energies, it's like, so we already seen, you know, the options and, you know, being confused. I feel like this Two of Swords is just basically showing up for future energies to basically say that in the future, this divine masculine is definitely where he was very indecisive. This is what he's gonna be working on. This is his main goal now, is to, you know, work on this issue. Okay, I feel like this is something that he does not want to he doesn't want to be indecisive anymore. Okay, so it's showing up to say that this is something that he's definitely going to be working on. Okay, to not be indecisive anymore. Okay, because, you know, the Seven of Cups and this Two of Swords, they kind of, you know, they kind of resemble. Okay, because this is about options, and this is also about options and being indecisive about options, right? But this is something that he's going to be working on, to really work on not being so indecisive anymore. I feel like he's gonna get a grip on that. Okay, and so then we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is talking about divine feminine. You know, divine feminine is definitely, you know, in the future, really going to expect for this divine masculine to be more honest and truthful with her. Okay, where, you know, in the, you know, in the recent past, you know, she's been on guard and, you know, felt like, you know, the connection is at a stalemate. I feel like she's just really going to enter this Queen of Swords energy, and, you know, I feel like once she sees that, you know, he's really, you know, making some changes. Okay, making some changes for, you know, this connection, I think one of the things that she's really going to be adamant about is, you know, always be honest with me, always be open, always be fair with me. Okay, so I feel like this is something that she's going to really empower into the connection and moving forward in the future. Okay, So we do have the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is about, it's about freedom and living life to its full potential. And so I feel like this is showing up to say that, again, where there were these disruptions, where there was this chaos with this Seven of Cups, where there was just all these things that were just really disrupting the connection. Now it's being free from that. Okay, it's getting free from the things that are not serving, the things that aren't serving divine masculine and divine feminine. This is freedom and living life to the fullest. Not being free as in them being single. This is just being free from the limitations that has been going on in this connection. Okay, it's being free from that. Okay, being free from the chaos, being free from the indecisiveness, being free from the confusions. It's being free from that and living life to the full potential with the Ten of Cups. Okay, this is being together, having that love in the connection. The Ten of Cups is a beautiful card, because it's about being together, and it's about love and bringing that love forward, and the emotions forward, and then again honesty and fairness and truthfulness. I just feel like there's going to be a big change in the dynamic of this connection. Okay, and this isn't going to resonate for all of you. Okay, it's not, but for some of you out there, where you've had a divine masculine who's just been really confused and couldn't really make any decisions, was very indecisive, and you felt like your connection was at a stalemate, but yet you're still holding on, a little guarded but still holding on. If these things resonate for you, then I'm seeing that this is a divine masculine who's ready to get rid of these disruptions and to move forward and to live life to its full potential with the Ten of Cups with you, divine feminine. Okay, so that's absolutely beautiful. This is a divine masculine who's it wasn't a decision that he just woke up one day and said, I'm gonna do. No, he put in some work, okay, with the studying, okay, reading books. This is a divine masculine who realized he needed some knowledge and wisdom, and he put forth the effort to studying to be able to get that self-help, to be able to get in tune with his spiritual self. And it's helping him now to really helping him to use his intuition a lot more. And it's helping him to see the things that had not been working in the past, and how he's going to move forward to make them better in the future. And that's absolutely beautiful. So you can't ask for much more than that, because this is a divine masculine who decided that he was not going to be lazy anymore, and he was going to put in some work, and he did. He started studying, and it's through that studying and that reading and that knowledge that's helping him to move forward to be the divine masculine that he needs to be for you. That's going to lead to this 10 of Cups. All right, so that's absolutely beautiful. Let's pull just one last card here. Let's pull one last card here to close this out. One last card to close this out, Spirit. One last card to close this out. Okay. It says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So basically this is saying, and that's probably too why we are seeing this 9 of Pentacles. Because there is a certain freedom that goes along with, the 9 of Pentacles. So this is basically just saying that you want to be close, but at the same time, you want to be able to give each other space. You don't want to, smother each other, okay? And, love never claims. It simply allows and gives. So you don't want to, it's basically saying that you don't want to put all these expectations on especially for you divine feminines. Once you see that your divine masculine is really starting to progress, I do see like you're gonna, want, a little bit of expectations. However, this expectation is basically just honesty and fairness. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, just, try not to, just because you see your divine masculine evolving and making more efforts, you don't want to take advantage of that, okay? You don't want to take advantage of that and start, asking for a lot more things, let there be closeness, but also let there be a space for, for you and space for him, because when you have too much expectations, all it's going to do is send you backwards, okay? And you want to keep moving forward. You don't want to go backwards, okay? So simply allow and give, and that's it. You should really be proud of your divine masculine, because he's not being lazy, and he's putting forth the effort. So just be proud of him for that, and encourage him, support him. Do have your little requirements, but don't have big expectations, okay? Because again, you want to keep progressing. You don't want to move backwards. All right. So that's what I have for you today. So we'll talk to you again on the next one. If anybody's interested in a personal reading, the information is in the description box. And if you have questions, I have answers, and we'll talk to you again on the next one. Bye-bye.